Look who we got here.
Oh, hey, buddy.
We've recruited the best.
How's it going?
You guys all know Matthew. We're doing, what's today? Today's D-Day. Diff Day.
Diff?
Yep.
Yep.
So,
D&C Day?
D&C? Oh, Diff and Curl Over Day. I'm probably going to make it 2 separate videos. I also got to roll the front fenders. That's going to be a separate video. But Matthew's going to tackle the diff. So I have a 1.8 4.1 open diff that came with this car. And if you guys have seen any of the videos, I complain every single time I drive it, especially at Lime Rock.
Open diff.
Yeah.
That inside tire when you start spinning.
Nothing's a bigger kick in the dick than when you're trying to go sideways and it just doesn't do anything. So I really, I said this a million times, but I wish I had a diff on here.
You can't get the back end out on this thing?
No, it has an open diff, so only one wheel spins.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Like, oh, it's worse. You're trying to drift and it just doesn't want to. Come on, open diff. Sucks. I gotta change that diff ASAP. So I bought his 4.1 Torsen off your 94.
Yep.
And we're gonna swap it out because he did a 3.9, his 6-speed.
I've done way too many swaps. I've had 2 different 3.9s in my car before. I've had an open, then I went to a 4.1, or then I went to a 3.9, and then I went to a 4.1, and now back to a 3.9.
But now
I have a 6-speed.
But now with the 6-speed.
Yeah.
So it feels right now, right?
Yeah, it does.
You do many time. What's your best method?
I mean, you really don't have to take apart much. You just have to take apart the subframe. The subframe reinforcement's already taken off. For suspension, I mean, we're doing the coilovers anyway, so I think taking the coilovers will make it a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
But usually all you have to do is unbolt this and let the whole thing come down. Then you could get the axles out, and then you unbolt the drive shaft, and then the diff just drops down. It's really not that big a deal.
Yes.
Anyone can do that with normal tools.
Yeah, I took the exhaust off last night in that brace thing
Yeah,
that
that's
you were talking about. So.
Yeah, it's pretty. Then you got to unbolt the PPF, obviously.
Yep. Oh,
Which isn't too bad.
which is these 2 bolts, and then there's that you know, what do they call it? That bushing that you gotta knock out on top of these bolts, or on top of one of them.
There's the nut on top.
Yeah.
It's like a captive nut, I think is what it's called.
Yep. These will just pop out.
And you got new axle seals, right? You said.
I got new axle seals. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. We can pop those in. That's always a good idea because usually when you do this job, the little springs that hold the seals,
Yeah.
they like fall off usually.
A good peace of mind to get those.
Yep.
And I got diff carrier bushings.
Oh yeah, you might as well swap those out.
So
Get rid of those floppy things.
yeah.
So we can make some fire today.
Oh yes. We're gonna torch these things out.
I'm getting in the shadow of your shot. Or making a shadow in your shot.
I'm in my own shadow. Diff's out. So, if you saw, my old man is getting at these. Stock junk rubber bushings. People what? Cut them out, flame them out, dynamite them out. Whatever it takes to get those out.
Usually cut those out and then just throw the other ones in the fire and they're fine.
Yeah. Fire.
I don't need Shannon when you got an iPhone.
You got it in my phone? Does it recognize your face?
Oh, it was unlocked already.
Oh.
Yeah, we got the same face.
Same face.
All
marshmallows.
Yeah, you just make it all brittle, and then you can just grab a pair of pliers and pull it apart.
It just disintegrates.
Yeah.
This is the fun part.
I know.
Not fire by itself.
Yeah, it'll burn. Although, you're kind of kicking Captain Planet in the dick with this one. Yeah, I bet you just let those burn for a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Let them do their thing.
Yep.
We're ready, Matthew.
Action.
Action, Jackson. So, I decided not to paint it. I'm just raw dogging this one. Did a wire brush with Osfo. Came out pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd be here for days polishing this pearl, but I don't want to keep Matthew here all week long.
I'll never see my family again.
No. Alright, so what do you say? We're going to do axle seals and then
Let's do the diff bushings first.
diff bushings first?
Because, yeah, you're hammering stuff. I mean, the diff bushings are not as delicate as the axle seals.
Right.
So get those hammered in first.
Wow.
Yeah,
the grease did open up.
Yeah, it did.
So I went with
Pre-greased.
energy suspension bushings. They come pre-lubed along with everything else in the package pre-lubed. Ooh, this is nasty.
Yep, that stuff's nasty.
All right, Matthew, how you want to do this? You want to sit in the driver's seat?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's just, I'll have you grease them.
I'm gonna.
Just grease the inside.
I'll do the greasing. You do the inserting. Matt has mucho experience.
Yeah. We just did all the control arms in the Exo set. It's definitely a lot easier to save these pins to go in until after you put the bushing in.
Okay.
So all we have to do really is just get some grease on the outside of here.
And the
Maybe a
long
little-
side goes on top?
Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah. This grease is thick.
Yep. It's nasty.
It is nasty. The inside too?
Yeah, you might as well do the inside because we'll put a little bit on the pin too.
Do it all?
Yep. Don't want them squeaking.
I don't want them squeaking. It'll drive me nuts.
Yep.
And you definitely don't want to take this apart again.
Nope.
Well, here.
No, you don't need
No.
any on top.
Nothing?
That just rests up against the subframe.
Right. All right, so put it
Yeah,
in.
pop them in. Get started. If you can. If not, I'll just whack it in there. It's going in.
Give it a whack.
Here, watch. Use the table.
Oh yeah.
Everything's bouncing. Obviously, like, usually like a hard table.
Solid table, not a picnic table you get from. I don't know where this came from. Put it on my deck. Maybe.
That's in.
It's in?
Yeah, just about. I mean, also when you tighten it down too, it's going to compress more.
Right. Close that little gap. Matt's beating that thing senseless behind the camera.
All right, and pins. I'm going back over to my car.
Back over to your spot.
Let me get the other pin started. Or you want to put the other pin in there?
Yeah. Here, we're gonna bang these pins in and then we'll be back to business.
Build some momentum. Oh my god, look at that. That's much better than a hammer. I'm just gonna bring the rest of that.
All right. Those are sitting in their little pretty brackets.
Yep. We got these guys. Which you should probably get a little bit of like oil or something.
Earl, little motor.
Get out of here, B. Little motor Earl.
7590.
Oh god. Oh god. Here we go.
Just
a little bit on the seal. Pop her in. Use the old seal, which fits nicely right on top.
Do you have a socket? Or is it just pressed in by hand?
I'm just using the old seal.
Yeah.
Just tap on each side. These go in pretty easy. You could do the socket trick too, but this has always worked for me.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
Yep.
Sometimes I used to do like the old seal on top of the new seal, and then a socket like right above the where the lip is. But that looks freaking sweet.
Yeah, that's mint.
Nice and flush.
Yeah, you just want to make sure, like, there's a little spring in there. There's a spring on the inside of the lip there, and you just want to make sure that doesn't like come out, because I've had seals leak because of that. And I'm not going to put this on the seal, but a little bit of Earl.
So for reference, I got OEM Mazda seals. I don't know if I always, for seals and gaskets and stuff, I always like OEM stuff.
Oh, you gotta go OEM.
Yeah. Nicey nice?
Nicey nice. It's good to me. Oh, pop it in a little bit on this side. Sorry, I know this is the most exciting video in the world.
I'll chop it up a little bit. I mean, it's not exciting, but it's important to see how it's done.
Yep.
Especially if you know do before.
All good. Just ready for the Torsen.
Okay, we got a pro tip that Matt just found out.
So we were looking at the inside here, and we noticed that there's a little lip that looks like it should be where the seal bottoms out, but we wanted to do it. We did a little research first, and found that you actually are not supposed to push the seal all the way in so it's up against this edge. It's supposed to be flush with the carrier, which makes sense because there's a tapered edge. There's a tapered edge on the axle when you push it in. So the further you push it in, the smaller diameter the axle is actually going to be. It won't seal as well. So you want to keep the outside of the seal flush with the diff carrier.
Yep. So if anyone was wondering, that's your answer.
Yep.
We're live action.
All right. So we're just doing a beat of RTV, which is the ultra black stuff, is what you want from Permatex. You know, we're just going to try and do an even bead. Maybe we will cover every area we can see. I always go on the outside because there's a little bit more material.
The outside of these screw holes. It's a real nice bead, man.
Oh, I got experience.
Mucho experience. That's what it should look like.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we should do a little bit on the inside too. Watch. Just kind of fill this gap right here. I don't think that hurts. No, we're not going crazy with it.
All right, so you guys get the point.
Yeah. Just want to make sure you notate your the orientation. The best way is by the PPF mounting position. Just think of where the PPF is on the car. And we're in.
Passenger side.
Yep. So there's two bolts that are different. Most of them are all the same. You can tell which one the long one is.
Because it's longer.
Yep, because it's long because of the way it is. There's one long one that goes right here. And then there's another long one. I forgot which one it is though. Maybe you look down.
So from that angle, you probably can't see. I'll show you.
Yeah, we'll rotate it around. So the top driver's side one.
That's one long one.
And the top driver's side is the medium one. And then the rest are all small.
Top driver's side. This right here?
That one right there.
This is a short one?
That's short. This one's long, and then the one that's obvious that it's long because of where it goes in.
I live next to an airport, so I get this a lot. Buzzing. So, torque, 18 foot-pounds, right? 10 to 20?
10 to 20. We're going to do 20, right?
We'll do 20. And then crisscross.
Yep. Crisscross applesauce.
All right, I'm going to get my Turk wrench.
that just kind of holds the space in there. You have to get it in further. Actually, we could probably do this. Just hit it in a little further. Because you got to leave room for the captive nut to go on the top here. You can see like those little lines right there from the captive nut. So, yeah, that seems perfect.
What do you think?
Yeah, right there. It's always this little spacer thing goes in the front one, and then now we can pop it in.
Sick.
So what are we guessing? Let's each guess how long this is going to take us to get the diff bolted in. I think we're going to have drive axle issues, and it's going to take us like 15 minutes.
You think 15?
Maybe not.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking at least 15.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's always issues.
Always.
The diff is in. Can't believe it. I stopped recording on the camera because it was getting a little not fun under here. It's kind of a pain with these long axles. The ones that are two pieces are easier to deal with. And they were stuck in the hubs, and it was a lot of wrestling around. But the diff is in. It's time to fill it with fluid. Then we're done. What the hell is this? That's definitely not factory. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to get that out of there before I'm surprised on track with some new friends. So for the final step, we gotta fill it with fluid. I'm gonna fill it with 75W90 Redline gear oil on my little Amazon pump. It's a little ghetto on this bottle, but it'll work. I believe it's like 1.1 quarts it takes, but really you just pump and dump until it starts spilling out the top one. Then you're full and plug it up. The top plug is a 23 millimeter and the bottom's a 24. Mazda, I don't know why you had to make them different. I guess so you don't get a mix. I don't know. I really don't get it. Well, yeah, once it's filled, plug it up, torque it down to anywhere between 30 and 42 foot-pounds, I believe is what the spec is. I did 35. It was just right. It's aluminum, so I don't want to really push it. I don't want a diff leak. Oh, that's it. That is that on that. We focus on my face here. All right, diff job is done. Thank you so much, Matt, for your help, and my father for your help. He's out there on the tractor somewhere. Make sure you go follow Matt, Matthew_MX5 on Instagram. Go follow Slip Angle Media on Instagram. Follow the Slip Angle on YouTube, and myself, DriveItRyan, on YouTube and Instagram. The boys and I will go to Lime Rock in a couple days, and hopefully this time around, when I tell this car to go sideways, it'll go sideways. That's my hope, because I can't do another track day with an open diff. I'm so glad I don't have to anymore. That's it. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.